Hi everyone, welcome back my dear friends. Today we are going to continue our static GK module with new areas that are geography and economics. In the last class we have covered history and science. This class we are going to cover two more areas, geography and economics. As I told you last time, when you are learning GK, please don't just focus on trivia but focus more than trivia. A concept, a story, a detail behind that so that you remember the answers very easily. So with respect to geography and economics, this is all about concepts. So we are going to learn for the various questions that we are going to do to the exercise today, we are going to learn concepts behind the various trivia that are tested in exams like CLAT. So my focus through this questions, again as I told you, would be try and give you as much concepts as possible and kind of encourage you to do the same with other questions that you would encounter in your material, in exams, etc. And it's important for you as you are doing static GK, please don't wait for more time, etc. I want you, as and when we are doing static GK, please ensure that you open your static GK compendium and quickly study the same. Within your static GK compendium, for example, by this time you should have already read the areas of history and science. And after today's class, try and read geography and economics. And by the way, for each of them you have a massive question bank. For example, there will be 150 question banks and questions in science, 150 questions in history, 150 questions on geography, etc. available to you within the compendiums. So ensure that after you kind of read through, after you kind of go through the material that is given in the compendium, also try and do the problems, try and do the questions, MCQs that is, and wherever you are not able to get the answer, do a lot of research like the way we do classes. That is how you can improve your static GK. And simultaneously, I am hoping you are continuously preparing your PPE diary, person, place, event, people, place, event diary. And as and when we get into current affairs classes and when I meet you in person, we are going to discuss that. So without much delay, let us actually go ahead into today's class. So as part of today's class, we will first do geography, questions on geography. And geography is a very interesting area for those students who enjoy the planetary system, Earth's geography, Indian geography, world geography, etc. Again, as I told you, geography has a lot of trivia which might become sometimes gigantic for you to remember, but one easy way to remember is try and do some association with something you know. Try and convert the data that is given in geography into more easy, more chewable way of remembering that. We'll do it in many of the questions that we're going to do in the class today. For example, I'll give you first question number 1 to 30. I'll give you 5 minutes to go through the questions, answer the questions quickly, question number 1 to 30. I'll give you exactly 5 minutes. Try to answer them, see how many questions you know the answers for. Then we'll discuss each and every question in as much detail as we can. Quickly solve question number 1 onwards up to 30. Right, I think the time is up. Please stop. Please look at the exercise and the board now. Let us try and discuss each question. With geography, I am going to use a lot of interesting maps. So try and make notes on your notebook also in terms of different figures that I am going to put up on the board. Let's start with the first question, monsoons, which is a very, very important geographical phenomenon, particularly with respect to India. Let us try to understand what a monsoon is. The moment I ask this question to a lot of students, what is a monsoon? Many students say it's a rain, it's rain. Please understand monsoon, we say monsoon season as a synonymous term for rainy season. But please understand, monsoon is basically an air flow, wind flow. And how does it get connected with rains is what we will discuss. What does monsoon basically mean and how does it happen? The one major reason, there are many reasons, but one of the major reasons why monsoons actually happen is when the land mass and the water mass do not get heated at the same amount. For example, during summer, the land gets heated more, has higher temperature, the water gets heated less, it has lower temperature. Automatically what happens, because of the higher temperature, there is a lower atmospheric pressure on the land, and hence air flows from water onto land. Because of the lower temperature and higher temperature on land and lower atmospheric pressure, what happens is the the air flow, the wind flow is from water to land. Similarly, during the winter, what happens is the land is going to become much cooler than the water outside the land, and hence the pressure on land would be higher than the pressure on water. Then you have an airflow which is from land to water. So water to land, land to water, they are the two natural airflows that happen because of the summer and winter. And those airflows that happen are called monsoons. They have different timelines, they have different ways they flow, and finally these in turn, the moment this airflow from water to land, it comes up, it kind of, because of the pressure etc., it condenses and it forms a rainfall, which is becoming the major source of rainfall. Monsoons are the major source of rainfall for India, waterfall for India. Hence, it's important for us to know. Now, let us see, as we discussed already, what are the two tranches. Let me talk about the first. There are two major types of monsoons that are important for India. As you look at this, if you look at this carefully, the first rainfall that's important, I'm using the orange color, is called southwest rainfall. What happens in a southwest rainfall? The water from Indian Ocean, water body to land. From south, it is going towards west. This is the flow of the rainfall. I'm writing it southwest rainfall. And because it finally lands up at the Arabian Sea, it is called Arabian Sea rain monsoon also. Southwest monsoon, Arabian Sea monsoon. And this is a monsoon where we have wind flowing from sea to land. The moment I know it is sea to land, what is the kind of monsoon we're talking about? It has to be summer monsoon. Summer monsoon, sea to land, southwest monsoon. And please note, this usually happens because after summer, so the timeline is usually June to October. Please note this, June to October monsoon that happens from Indian Ocean over to the land. Southwest monsoon, Arabian Sea monsoon, it is from sea to land, it's summer monsoon. Now the other kind of monsoon that we have, if I kind of change the color so that you understand better, I'm just give me a second. Right. Let me kind of change the color for you. Let me show you with a different color. For example, if I'm using red color. The other kind of monsoon that we said could be the monsoon that happens during winter. It goes from land to sea. And that kind of monsoon is called northeast monsoon. If you look at this, this is northeast monsoon. It goes into Bay of Bengal. It finally lands up at Bay of Bengal. And it is a monsoon, as I said, it is land to sea. And it is called winter monsoon. And it's usually between November to February. So these are the timelines in which the monsoons happen. So these two major monsoons one ought to know. We have two monsoons in the context of Indian geography. One is southwest monsoon, other is northeast monsoon. And usually what happens is the amount of water flow, the amount of rainfall in southwest monsoon is higher and this is lower. Why? Because the air wind is actually from sea to land, which means the moisture level in the air flow is higher during the summer monsoon, and hence there is a higher rainfall happening in southwest monsoon. So India receives around 70% of its rainfall from the southwest and only 30% of its monsoon rainfall through northeast monsoon. So very important for you to note.